Can you tell us and the viewers your Rihanna umbrella story?
Ah. Well,
ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was at Tricky Studio. I was actually
Tricky
working
Stewart,
with
yeah.
Shout out Tricky Stewart. Shout out Mark Stewart. You know, Judy. Everybody over there at Red Zone. We were working together, and they were working on Britney Spears. Working on Britney Spears project. So, of course, Britney was, and shaved her head off. She was kind of tripping, and everything. They played the record for her. Finally got the team to listen to the record. And I think I might have heard her on like a call or heard about the call. And she was saying, yeah, great record. But, I still need a Britney record. I was like, she ain't going to do the record. She's not going to record the record. So weeks went by, she hadn't recorded the record. L.A. Reid had me in the studio with one of his other groups called Girl Called Jane, 3-girl group. We put out some records, and we were sitting there, and Karen Kwok, who was L.A. Reid's right hand, at the time, she was like, Jazzy, you remember the girl, Rihanna, Upon the Replay? I was like, yeah, I remember Rihanna. He said, well, listen, Jay-Z is behind her 100%. He's putting the whole ranch behind her. I was like, So I go in there. So I close the door, because everybody listening. And, this record is like the hot thing. You got the hot record that's inside the camp, but it ain't got outside the camp yet. So, we listened to the record. I played the record. She said, well, I was going to leave. She was like, oh, my God, what is this? I was like, listen, don't talk to nobody about it right now. Just take it back to L.A., play it for L.A., and then call me back. L.A. Reid calls me back. He said, Jazze Pha, where is Tricky Stewart? Where's Mark Stewart? This record is incredible. She said when she played the record, she just played it. Last when Jigga was in the building. So he walked into the office like, is that what I think it is? So yeah, she's like, because I already got my verse. He was like, I already got it. So he's like, no clouds in my stone. He already had it. And so that's how the record got placed.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's your biggest record?
That you've been a part of? It's not my record. It's Tricky Stewart's record.
Oh, okay. I was saying like that you've been a part. Well, okay, you want to. I give you.
Yeah. Finzel, the facilitator.
Yeah, man. Right. Just walk it through, man. Just walk it through.
Yeah. Hey,
shout out Tricky Stewart. Shout out to Dream.
In the beginning, it used to be a lot of like Jesus be
like, and Cougarel.
Like he was about to sign with Showing Up. What happened with that?
Say what now?
I said in the beginning, Jesus early on in his career was like he was about to sign with you.
No, he did sign.
What happened?
He was signed. We were together. We were actually we went into L.A. Reid's office. Well, I met Jeezy out, just kicking and hanging out. I think we pulled up 745s. What I'm saying? We're like, man, young, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, what you do? He's like, man, I rap. I was like, yo, nigga, you don't rap. He said, yeah, I do. He said, man, I'm gonna come. Tell me where your studio up. I'm gonna pull up on your studio. I'm gonna bring you some music. So he comes by. He gave me like 8 CDs. He had 8 CDs of Come Shop With Me. The Soft and the Hard.
Soft and the Hard, yeah.
The Soft and the Hard, right? Had Lil Jon, Pastor
It was
Troy,
Young Jay back then, though, right?
Yeah.
Young Jay.
Yeah. No, he was Jeezy.
He was Jeezy then?
Yeah, he was Jeezy.
I thought it was Young Jay.
Young Jeezy.
Maybe I don't know.
No,
I got that
Jeezy.
CD. I thought it said Young Jay.
It say Lil J.
Lil J.
I'm
sorry.
Lil J. Lil J, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got him.
I remember his necklace said Jeezy. So
okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what the album cover looked like, but I remember what it looked like. It was split in half because it was like one side had a lot of features on it, the other side was
Pastor
like
Troy,
straight to the you know what I'm saying, whatever. So I passed all the CDs out amongst Noontime. You know what I'm saying? Noontime, the crew and Showing Up and everybody. I passed all the CDs out. So they was like, hey, this nigga right here, this nigga so hard. It's like, so I was like, okay, we gonna holler at Shakir about this. You know what I'm saying? So Shake like, hey, we gotta take him to LA. We gotta take him to New York. We gotta bring him up to New York. It's like, all right. So we did the deal first. Then we went up to New York. It was me. It was Big Zach once again. Coach K, Kinky B, Tina Davis was in the office. Kevin Lyles was there. Steve Bartles was there. Skane Dollar.
The crew.
Jim Jones was next door. because L.A. Reid was in his makeshift office. He hadn't moved all the way into Def Jam yet. We played those records. He played a record. He played, I think he played what? We getting money over here. What it do, pimpin'?
Shawty Red. Yep.
L.A. Reid, because like, okay. They were really set on that being the record, the single. And so, you know, when you got a crew, y'all set on a single, we pretty much going in, we gonna get a single deal, we gonna be independent. That was their thing. I guess they probably had in their head. L.A. didn't move. He didn't budge. He was not going to do the deal at that point. Shake said, Shakira, he said, bro, play the records that you had. Play the record. Big cars in a truck. I'm rich, bitch. Hit the club, tear it up. I'm rich, bitch. That nigga L.A. Reid hit the button. And all them people I said walked in the door. He said, hey, take it back. So Young sitting over there like, damn. He said, I want y'all to get up and do that song right now. And I told Young, I said, man, when L.A. likes something, he gonna tell you to perform.
When he tell you to get up, you get up.
You finna perform.
Yeah.
He was like, man. I was like, oh yeah, you gonna. So he stood up. I was like, man, I'll do it with you. Stood right up there with him. We went through that record. L.A. was like, oh my God. Oh my, sign them right there. He said, man, get them whatever they want to eat. They ain't leaving here. They ain't finna be running through Manhattan shopping deals. Today, we doing this deal right now. That's when Jim Jones walked in and looked at him and said, hey, homie. Hey, when Jim Jones walked in and hollered at us, he had a cape on because he was getting his hair cut next door. He didn't really rock with L.A. like that. He didn't speak to him like that. None of that. He walked in there in his office, in his meeting, L.A. Reid, you know, his eyes was like this because he seen the whole culture like coming in. Like he was like, oh my God. Like, because you know, Jim Jones was like, he was the facilitator. He was the man out there. And that was confirmation to L.A. I seen it.
Shout out to Jimmy, yeah.
Shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy remember. He was there. Yeah.
So what ended up happening? Like, so y'all did the deal?
Yeah.
And what happened? Like, he went on show.
We just separated.
Why?
We just separated. It's just a differences. You know what I'm saying? Different. You know, when you got a label that's self-sufficient, I still got my bottom line.
Oh yeah, that's what
you know
I'm
what I'm saying.
saying.
But it wasn't a Jazze Pha show. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you hear stuff like twist your fingers up, bang, motherfucker, bang. You don't want to hear, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's too happy. You know what I'm saying? But I produced Bang.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
But I did that record Bang. I brought in Tip and Scrappy on Bang.
Gotcha.
Scrappy had a AK-47 leaning up against the wall. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was like, that was the first time I seen that in the studio, like an AK-47. I mean, I didn't see pistols in the studio all day, but I'm like, AK-47 leaning up against the wall to come do your verse. I was like, Scrappy really don't want no problem.